What's up, solar family? What's going on? How are you? I'm actually jumping on a few minutes early because I got a hard stop in 25 minutes, and I want to make it an even 30 minutes. So I'm plugging in a little early today. What's up, everyone? It's Ask James Anything Live on Friday. Happy Friday as well. If you guys haven't booked your solar strategy call yet, it's absolutely free, especially if you're new in the industry or you want to get in the industry and you have sales and marketing questions. Make sure you book a free solar strategy call at solarstrategycall.com. And I'm actually going to post the link as well in the comments. What's up, Benny? Happy Friday to you as well. What's going on? I'm here to answer any questions you guys may have. I mean, the live stream could be 5 minutes or in this situation, 25 minutes. Sometimes you run to an hour. I just have another consultation and call. That's why I have a hard deadline or hard stop in 25 minutes. What's up? Super excited on Fridays to chime in here and help you guys out however I can. And if you have any questions, whether you're watching me on live right now or if you're watching this on a replay, go ahead and type it in the comments and I will personally reply back to any questions that you may have. But it's been a good week. You know, our team are closing deals. We're learning as a team together. All of our Solar University students, we're building a community because we understand that, you know, being a 1099 solar employee can be lonely sometimes. And the great thing with Solar University is we have a community of folks that we can plug in every single day, and we help each other out every single day in our Solar University training. So if you guys are interested about that as well, especially if you're new, make sure you book your solar strategy call because just to let you know, you're not going to wing it in this industry. Doesn't matter if you've been selling, you know, Kirby vacuum cleaners since you were 12 years old. This is a different type of industry. And a lot of folks are trying to wing it. Unfortunately, you leave a lot of money on the table if you try to wing it in this industry. If you're plugging in live, say what's up, say hello. I'd love to hear from you. Love to know where you're tuning in from. That'd be awesome. And I know I'm kind of plugging in a kind of an awkward time here. I'm plugging in a little early. Normally, I launched live at 12:30 Pacific Standard Time. I plugged in a little bit early, but in any case, I'm here. What's up, Joel? How are you? Or Joel, how are you? What's going on? How do you deal with a scam comments online? I mean, a lot of folks too that are commenting, this is a scam, too good to be true, don't do it. Things of that nature are probably just a bunch of trolls that don't even own a home, never looked into solar, maybe read something or seen something online as well. But you got to just keep moving on. I mean, it's ideally for every homeowner to go solar, but obviously not every single homeowner is going to move forward solar. And there's over 169 or 170 million homeowners right now that need solar on their homes. So those folks that are trolling in social media saying this is a scam, doesn't work, things of that nature, you're just gonna have to keep moving. What we teach our students is you gotta have to keep sorting through. Keep on sorting through the leads that you get. Don't get hung up in one. And a lot of new consultants, when they close their first deal and it's a $10,000 or a $15,000 commission, they kind of sit tight and wait, and they don't continue to do income producing activities because they're like, oh, I'm good, I already sold one. So it's one of those things you got to have to just keep on sorting through all the homeowners because there's about 170 million of them that need solar. So yeah, I mean, obviously some folks are not going to like solar. Some folks probably got scammed in the past, but at the end of the day, that's why you have to do your own research. That's why in Solar University, we teach all of our students how to sell ethically because yeah, we can misinform homeowners. And I think a lot of consultants out there that are working really hard are not intentionally misleading any homeowners. It's just maybe lack of education on the consultant's end. And that leads to, you know, the homeowner not getting all the correct information they need to move forward with solar. But yeah, so yeah, there's going to be a lot of folks out there on social media, you know, commenting, scam, things of that nature. You're just going to have to keep moving, keep on moving. From Joel or Joel, what tips would you give someone brand new to selling solar? I start 11-2. Welcome for Power Home Solar in Roanoke, VA, Virginia. Yeah, so my first tip to you is, first and foremost, obviously you got to learn the information, the sales methodologies, the product knowledge, but enable to take off running. What we call it is the gift of GAB, right? The gift of gab. I made a video about this a few days ago. The gift of getting a bill. So what you need to do ahead of time right now is create a list of every single homeowner that you know. If you don't know any homeowners, maybe just people that you know in general, and start giving them a call and asking them how they like their electric bill, or are they saving money with solar yet? Start the conversation, start getting a pipeline of homeowners that are interested in learning about solar. And then from there, obviously your sales manager or somebody in your office can help you close the deal. But I think enable for you to take off running in this industry is you need to start generating leads quickly. Whether that's talking to your warm market, that's the first place you go. And then secondly is go canvassing. Go out there, hit the streets. I've done it. It wasn't my top of the list of things to do, but it's one of those things that you have to do, especially when you're just getting started. There's, you know, consultants out there right now making multiple six figures a year just by canvassing and knocking on doors. You know, go to farmers markets, set up a table at Leslie Pools, things of that nature, to get in front of homeowners somehow, some way. So my tip for you, Joel, is get as many leads as you can right now, and have somebody in the office close those deals for you. And then also, once you start making commissions, start thinking about, you know, taking more sales training, having accountability, learning more strategies and how to close deals, and also marketing. Because what you're going to find out, Joel, is you're going to get very minimal training with the solar company you're working with. And this is just industry wide, not just specific to your company that you're working with. But most of the time, solar companies don't have the time to train you anymore, because everyone's a 1099. They don't know who's going to stick around or whatnot. They give you a fairly quick training, like what I got back in the day when I started in solar about 8 years ago. I got a script, and my manager asked me to meet him at Starbucks. We sat at Starbucks for like 3 hours, and from there, he kicked me to the curb and told me to go out there and sell. So it's still happening now, right? Keep in mind, that was over 8 years ago, but it's still happening now. So the next step is, you know, obviously get as many leads and many bills as you can, absorb as much sales training as you can, and then from there, level up your education, because, like I said, solar companies are not going to sit there with you and role play with you all day long. And this is what one of the biggest benefits of the folks in Solar University is, we're actually role playing with you every single day, which is the key to our success, and the key to not necessarily our success, to our students' success, is because we're invested in them. And I'm literally in the training, critiquing them along with my coaches as well, critiquing all the students. Maybe you should say that, maybe you should do this, and things of that nature. So that would be my long-winded answer to your question, Joel. Absolutely, Benny. There's a ton of homeowners out there. Just gonna have to sort through them. Hey, Hector, how do I like Texas so far? So far, so good. We haven't really done much right now. We've been cooped up at our hotel for a little while, for over, 7 weeks now. We're waiting for our house to close. So considering that we're cooped up in a hotel with our family, so far, so good. Thanks for asking, man. Thank you for asking. Haven't explored around yet, you know what I mean? But I'm super excited to eventually when we get settled in. But thanks for asking, Hector. Joel, awesome. I appreciate that. How do you like your electric bill? Yeah, everyone's gonna be like, I hate it. Oh, great. Let me see if you qualify for a program so I can help you reduce that. You know what I mean? And then don't give too much information. Again, if you give too much information in the front end during their discovery stage, they're going to make a decision right then and there at the door or on a phone call, right? You don't want them to make a decision during your first discovery stage because you want to close them during the Zoom or during your face-to-face consultation. It's a two-step process. First step is getting a bill, booking a consultation. Second step is closing the deal. And you don't want to give way too much information during the first stage because they will make a decision on you. They're going to be like, oh, you know what? Thanks for all the information, Joel. Let me think about it, right? Before you even get in front of them, show them the numbers and things like that. Hey, Hannah, how are you? How are you doing? Her question is, what is the biggest reason why a customer may be hesitate in finalizing the deal? There's a lot of reasons. If you don't have a systematic sales presentation where objections are already weaved into your presentation, there is going to be a lot of basically objections at the end of your consultation. So for example, right? So if you don't tell a homeowner they're locked into a lifetime contract and they're renting their energy, if that's not in your presentation, at the end of your consultation, a homeowner is going to say, hey, you know what? It's this loan pal or sunlight financing, this 20-year financing is way too long, right? So there all the objections that may possibly come up, it has to be woven into your presentation. And that's what we teach. There's a systematic way to do that where you're not sitting in front of a homeowner for 2 or 3 hours trying to close a deal, because at the end of the day, we're giving the homeowner enough information to make a decision. Nothing more and nothing less, right? Because if you give too much information, now it's more the analysis paralysis kind of thing. Like they got to think about it and they're stuck because you gave way too much information. And if you give too little information, what they're going to tell you, hey, this sounds good, but let me think about it. Let me do more research. If the homeowners are telling you, let me do more research, more than likely that's a cue for you that you're not giving enough information. So the idea is not too much, not too little, but enough, right in between, enough information so they can make a decision. Does that make sense? And how would you help them through it? I guess that second question, Hannah, that's how I would walk them through it, is answering the objection before the objections come up, because it's already woven into our presentation. Benny, what are some good jab, right hook practice with solar? It depends. If you're talking about marketing, it kind of depends. But marketing is a good example for a jab kind of hook. So when you're reaching out to home improvement groups, things of that nature, you just want to jab, meaning jab, just give information. Participate in the group, whatever the group is. Maybe it's a gardening group, home improvement group. You want to be able to participate and give value, not necessarily solar, just give your honest opinion and reply to people's comments and just engage. So basically that's jabbing, right? You're engaging with the people in the group. And then eventually you want to hook them into signing up for a consultation, right? Because a lot of folks make the mistake when they join a group, like a home improvement group, they drop a link, right? Hey, who wants to sign up for solar? As soon as they get approved in the group, nobody does. I'm gonna let you know right now, nobody is going to sign up for solar if you just drop a link in a group as soon as you get approved in the group. So make sure that you do a jab a couple of times, give a lot of value, get the people to know, like, and trust you. And then from there, you can drop a link. Hopefully that makes sense. Because it's really common for a lot of folks, like, hey, cool, I got into this one group and I dropped my link in there, right? My sign up for solar link. See if you qualify kind of thing. Nobody's gonna sign up. Literally nobody. All right. Hannah, you're very welcome. What do you say to Hannah's question is, what do you say to a customer who says, I won't be living that long? I kind of joke. I'm like, hey, you look pretty young, right? You're probably going to be here for another, 10, 15, 20 years, right? But at the end of the day, hey, you're not going to be living that long. While you're here on Earth, Mr. and Miss Smith, wouldn't you like to pay a lower cost electric bill? Oh yeah, I do. Awesome. Right? While you're here on Earth, I'm pretty sure you want to still save money, right? Yes, I do. Great. Let's see if you qualify. Right? I kind of joke a little bit and then hit him with that. Hopefully that helps out a bit. And for the most part, I mean, if they're an older couple or whatnot, and they use that on you, I won't be here that long. They probably just have an objection on the term of the agreement, right? They have an objection. That's the term. That's probably going to come up when you say, hey, you know what, Mr. Smith, so this is going to be a 20-year sunlight, 20-year loan pal, whatever it is. And we're like, oh, wow, we're not going to be here that long, right? That's what probably come up. That's why it's perfect opportunity in the front end when you're talking about lifetime contracts, right? You're stuck to a lifetime contract. You're renting your energy so that they see the bigger value than just being stuck into this contract, this new contract. So yeah, that's how I would answer that. Sorry, there's a text just popped up. What else do you guys have? Any other questions? I have to cut this short. I have a hard stop in about 5 minutes because I have to jump on a line with my team. Any other questions that you guys may have? And at the end of the day, I'm here to help, right? I've been in the solar industry for the last 8 years. And over the last 7 years of the 8 years, I haven't stepped foot inside a homeowner's house. Everything has been done via online meeting. And that's what we teach in our Solar University training is how to sell and close deals online. And as you probably know, this is the new era, right? I mean, selling from home is the normal trend nowadays, right? And obviously there's some folks out there that still do door-to-door and still meet people face-to-face. That's fine. But I choose to just do it from home, right? Or not necessarily from home, from anywhere, which is really, really powerful. Hannah, when will we have another boot camp? Great question. Our next boot camp, I think, is scheduled for November 9th. We're going to actually run ads on Facebook. You guys, excuse me, on YouTube and Facebook, you probably start seeing some ads for our boot camp. November, hold on a second. I'm just going to try to find a link for you so you can register and get on the waiting list. I think we're scheduled for November 9th. It's a 5-day boot camp. Thanks for bringing that up. We are having a 5-day boot camp. So basically, we go through all the steps and strategies on how to close deals during that boot camp. And it's live as well. I'm just looking for the link so you guys can get on the waiting list for the boot camp. Thank you for reminding me. I actually got the link here. I'm going to go ahead and post a link there as well. There's a link for the 5-day boot camp. Make sure you guys register for the 5-day boot camp. And if you guys haven't scheduled your solar strategy call, make sure you do that as well. It's absolutely free. I'm going to post the link there as well. Awesome. Thank you for the reminder. From Christine, when designing a system, do you put the customer to 100% offset? Great question. Ideally, yes, but also it depends on the market. So for example, when you're out in Arizona selling an SRP utility company, you don't necessarily want to offset 100% of their energy, maybe between 50, 60, 70% of their offset. So it kind of depends. And it all depends on the utility company. They have a buyback program, if there's net metering, things of that nature. But ideally, for example, in an ideal situation, like in California, absolutely, we're offsetting about 100 to 125% of the energy. So it's a case by case. Most of the time, you want to offset 100% if it's possible, if the utility company permits it. All right, Christine, hopefully to answer your question. It's always nice to offset 100%, right? So the homeowner's not buying any more energy from the utility company, but sometimes that doesn't happen that way. In the regards of, the rate structures and things like that, buyback programs. All right. You're very, very welcome. So I literally got like about 1 minute. I got about 30 seconds. Any other questions before we end the live broadcast? Any other question? I can take one more question. Awesome. Yep. Yeah, and so it's just basically knowing the territory. Yep, Christine, sounds like you know your market. Ideally, like I said, I mean, we want to offset 100%, but some markets don't allow it for various reasons. And again, if you guys haven't signed up for the Solar Strategy Call, make sure you guys do that. SolarStrategyCall.com. And I also posted a link there for the 5-day boot camp. It's happening November 9th. It's 5 days, so it's from the 9th all the way up to Friday. And make sure you guys register for that as well to get a notification when we start the boot camp. Other than that, you guys have an amazing weekend, and I'll see you guys next week. Peace.